So we're going to talk about the BTC dump. As you can see, BTC is basically pulling back from 12K area as we have been expecting over the last few days, right? But something crazy happened. So, we got rejected at, 12K. And now we're looking for a possible support somewhere around like, mid to high 10K area. So bulls, they're most likely not going to give up. Okay, bears looking very strong. We talked about it over the last few days. We said we needed to close above 10.7 on the weekly time frame, right? As you can see, like last week on Bybit, we closed just about like let's say closed just about 11,692. Even on Bybit, right, we could not even close above 11.7, right? So you take a look at it on Coinbase, we did not close just about like 11,688, right? So it was kind of tight, right? But the bull is still in control, guys. As long as we staying above this range of 11K, or especially 10.5, the bull still in control. So I wouldn't be too excited, right? And expecting like further dump to the downside like in one day, like 2,000 points. So if you're bullish, you shouldn't be worrying. You should be buying the dip, not financial advice, right? But if you're bearish, all you have to do is just put your stop loss, especially if you basically manage to short it at 12K and your stop loss did not get hit, right? So let me take a look at the chart room, and then we're going to talk about BTC in depth, right? Hey, what's up, Camel? Camel, you change your name. What's up, Eunice? So we got 17 watching. Make sure to hit the likes, guys. Make sure to hit the likes and join our public Telegram group. And we're gonna talk about BTC in our public Telegram group and all that good stuff, right? So we got pretty much like everybody bullish in our public Telegram group, and no one is talking right now. BTC is dumping like 1,000 points almost. And they're not saying anything. But I'm more interested in alt, like over the last few days. Even though BTC is dumping, most of the alt I'm holding, they doing okay. They're still above entry because we picked them at the very bottom. So to basically hedge against BTC drop, right? So they're going up versus BTC. So if BTC drops, you still like gaining more BTC as BTC is dropping. So because alt are going up, right? So now let's take a look at it on the 3-day chart. First thing first, right? BTC. So as you can see, somebody asked me about the a divergence on the 3-day chart. So you don't want to basically focus on too much on like the noise right there. It is just a noise, right? You got a double tap right here, right, on the 3-day chart. At the same time, you're basically RSI is still facing up. It's not a divergence, okay? But one thing I like to do is I like to take a look at the bigger picture, all right? So basically, take a look at the entire move from like a 10K all the way up to 12K. You take a look at your RSI, no divergence. Your MACD, no divergence. So bulls, they're pretty much in control as of now, right? So let's just keep that in mind. As long as we stay in above 10.5 range, they're going to be in control, okay? Especially we're going to take a look at the daily time frame, right? We're going to need like a strong like a stronger sell-off on the weekly time frame and stuff like that, right? To be very confident, like we're going to be dropping fast, right? Yes, I'm bearish on the macro scale, but I don't think like the drop going to be very fast. You see what I'm saying? It could be very painful for the bulls. They're going to be buying the dip all the way down, okay? So now let's take a look at the 2-day chart. The 2-day chart, bulls still in control. As you can see, we're not even like anywhere close about around the 21 EMA on the 2-day chart. So we're going to need to basically break this 2-day chart, right? The 21 EMA, we're going to need to break it, and at the same time we're going to need a possible MACD crossing down. You see what I'm saying? So it could be very, very painful. We talked about it like a couple of Saturdays ago when we got the that 1,500 points drop. We said we're going to push back up, right? And once we drop, we're going to look for this move back up. So it still has a chance to go back up to like a 11.8 to 12K. So do not be too too bearish just because we're dropping 900 points, 1,000 points, and all that good stuff. Because alt is still looking good, and alternate BTC basically to stay somewhere around like 10.8 to 11.5 for alt to keep up the momentum. Because if BTC drops below like 9K and so on, alt season could be over. Okay, alt season could be over. So let's just keep that in mind. Just because we're dropping doesn't mean we in control. Okay, so let's look for a support somewhere around here on the 2-day 2-day chart on the 21 EMA, and we're going to take a look at the lower degree also, because we got an immediate support on the lower degree. So unless something crazy happened and then we drop like 2,000 points, right, which is like uncontrollable. So now let's take a look at the daily time frame. Daily time frame, the bull's gonna find a support right around this area of 11K, right, which is like 21 EMA. But most of the time BTC doesn't like to respect it. It doesn't basically just drop right at the 200 EMA on the daily, right? It's gonna drop, it's gonna bridge past it, right? So bull's gonna find some support somewhere around on the 6-hour time frame. I'm gonna show you on the 6-hour time frame, right? So daily time frame, we got this cross down on the MACD. Don't be too bearish, because the MACD, I told you a couple of times, wait for the second crossover, right? That's the first crossover, right? That's a bearish one, and it's going to give you another one. This one can either be a it can either be a bullish crossover, or it can be a fake out. Like it might not get a clean crossover, something like this, right? Something like that. So but you're just not sure, so all you have to do is just wait for the 2-day chart to give you, not a daily chart, not 2-day, right, to give you like this move, right? And then it's not going to cross over, right? Either it's not going to cross over, right? Either it's going to give you a fake out. You see what I'm saying? Like you can get this one or you can get that one, so you don't know which one you're going to get. But the best way to basically anticipate it is just wait for a possible this move. We talked about all of this stuff, guys, last Saturday, not this one, but when we got this dump down like live, we talk about it. Wait for this, we're going to get this move, we're going to get this, we're going to get it, we're going to get that, something like that, right? So just keep that in mind. Do not be too bearish. Another push to the upside is coming, so stay vigilant, and I wouldn't be shorting it heavily right there. If you're shorting it right there, you want to be doing it with a low leverage, because we most likely not gonna break heavily past 10.5 range, right there. So which is 50% of this daily candle wick right there, right, which is right around 10.8. okay, 10.8. So let's just keep that in mind. Strong support around this area. It is a good level to start buying, right? If you're bullish and you're not leveraging, not financial advice, right? It is a very, very good level to be buying the dip, right? If you're bullish, okay. If you're bearish, you do whatever you want, okay. You know my take on the bearish side, right? Hey, what's up, Chris Lee in the house? Bitcoin 0.618 from the 121, from 12.1 to 10.5. 12.1 to 10.5. Okay, let's just take a look at the 12-hour time frame. So 12-hour, if you guys watch our previous live stream, right, I know it was a very long live stream, but we said something very interesting regarding the RSI. Okay, we said this move we got right there, we pretty much recognize this structure. Okay, we talk about it like previously right there. Okay, we talk about this move right there. Okay, so we got similar structure. We just have to be very cautious, right, and look for this move. Okay, we're gonna need the double bottom and another push to the upside, so just be very, very cautious. I wouldn't be wouldn't be expecting high volatility on the downside. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. All right, bulls still in control above the daily 21 EMA and 2-day 21 EMA, right? So now let's take a look at 6-hour time frame. If you take a look at the 6 6-hour time frame, you can basically, you know, guys, I love the 6-hour 100 EMA. I told you many times, right? I don't pay attention to the 4-hour 100 EMA, right, most of the time, because most moon boys, they love 0.618 and they love you know, 4-hour 100 EMA, and most of the time price gonna dip, right, and you know, hit their stop loss, right, hit their stop losses, and then basically try to rebound, right? So let's just keep that in mind. That's why I like to pay attention to the 6-hour, you know, 100 EMA. If, you know, price doesn't retest 6-hour 100 EMA, we most likely, okay, gonna retest this area in you know, on the lower degree, in a sort of a double bottom before you know, getting this move back up. So expect this move back up either way from this range of, you know, low 11K all the way down to the you know, 6-hour 100 EMA. So depending how greedy, what type of a trader you are, you know, you can manage your entry in this range. All right, so let's just keep that in mind. If you basically feel comfortable at 11.1, it's a good entry. If you're not if you don't feel comfortable at 11.1, you can just wait for, you know, 10.9 range. Okay, so, you know, depending on your strategy. Yes, they're gonna wreck the moon boys, but the moon boy is still in control though, so we just have to keep that in mind. It is a flat correction. We talk about it you know, after we drop right there, we said you know, we're gonna be in a flatty correction, flatty right here. Sometime, you know, we can either make a this type of move higher, you know, higher lows, right there, right? We can make this higher lows, right, this one and that one, and then we're gonna push to the upside and drop very hard, right? Just like the one we basically, you know, the type of a structure we made right there, right there. Because you guys remember this move, I was basically I was expecting like a drop down to 10.5 before pushing to the upside and dropping, right? But it did not. Basically, I said it also, I was like, okay, we might not even break this this low, right? Because BC love to make a high lows in this flat correction. So let's just keep that in mind. We might not basically break this 10.5 if we're going to be pushing higher. Okay, we might not break it. Okay, might not break it. Okay, and get this nasty drop. We could definitely get this fake out. Okay, so let's see if we're going to be able to get this fake out. But first thing first, we're just going to, you know, try to get this move. And after we get this wedge, right, if the wedge is not you know, is strong enough, it can push higher. If it's not strong enough, we can get this move down. But, you know, it all depends. Okay, what the MAC, the RSI gonna give us, I just don't know. But we're just gonna have to basically wait for the next few days. Okay, and another thing we just have to keep in mind, right, the 7-day chart. I talk about the 7-day chart, right? It is very important. I said it, you know, most people don't pay attention to it. The weekly, you know, this candle gonna basically this candle gonna close today, right? It's gonna close because we started this candle on the 5th, right, all the way up to 11th, right? So that's 7 days, right? 7 days, right? Okay, 7 days. So we, you know, we're gonna start a new candle today. So this candle, the way we're gonna close this candle, it will matter. Okay, it will matter a lot. If you guys remember, back then we got, you know, at 14K, that's the same way we close the candle also. So we don't want to close the candle like, you know, very bearish. Okay, even though the weekly time frame back then was bearish, but you could also see it on the 7-day chart, right? It was very bearish. So, you know, so the bulls need to do a great job, right, within the next few hours to try to keep this candle bullish, right? You know, over the next you know, at least over the next 3 hours, right? If like we can keep it bullish, and that's going to be good for the bulls. If it is red, especially like dropping all the way, closing like below 10.9, right, that's going to be really bad. That's going to be really bad. And you know the thing, okay, I love these wicks, and we most likely going to retest at least 50% of these wicks. Okay, we already retested the previous one, right? You know my take on these wicks, right? We retested 50% of this one, so, and leaving another week, so we're gonna have to go back and retest it. So that's what it is. So at least 50%, which is like 11.7 at least. Okay, if you're gonna go all the way back up, it is going to be at 12K. But you know, we're slowly building a bearish momentum. It is just a way, you know, we basically you know, dropping. It's not pretty. Okay, it has to be nasty, right? It's not pretty yet, but it has to be very, very nasty. We want to see like a 2,000 point drop, stuff like that, right, in order to be extremely bearish. So the difference between weekly and 7 days chart, like, it gives you like a better view. Like the 7 days chart doesn't start like, you know, doesn't start on like Sunday night. You see what I'm saying? It start like, let's say January 1st is a Wednesday. So your first day, you know, your first day of your first 7 days is going to be a Wednesday. That's why, like, you know, remember January 1st was a Wednesday, right? So that's why like 7 days chart start on Wednesday. And if you take a look at it, I talk about it like right there, right? And I was like, you know, we just have to be very, very cautious, because if we break this range, you can see like BTC love to be volatile on Wednesday. So you guys have noticed that, right? But you can see like on the 7 day chart, you can see like the resistance was right there. Okay, right there. On Ethereum, we did respect it and close above it and basically just blast off, right? So it just gives you like a different view. Okay, it doesn't mean you have to use it, right? But it just gives you like a better view. So as you can see, Ethereum, I talk about it right there. You can see like on the 7 days chart, we could not close above this range of 250. Okay, 244 for like almost, like, you can see like how many candles, 6-7 candles, right? And as soon as we close above it, bang, we just took it to the upside, right? For like a 14 days now. So it is very important to pay attention to it. Even like this range of 215, I was waiting for Ethereum to close above 215 on a weekly basis, right? But you know, Ethereum just took off. Okay, just took off like on the 7 days chart, and then basically just bang, okay, pumped to like almost like 250, and I was like, okay, that's it, I'm not gonna basically long it, because it basically pumped too hard too early. So it is time to FOMO. So let's just go back to BTC. Man, 11-2. This basically, this dump reminds me of June 22nd, something like that, last year, right? This candle right there, this dump, that's what it reminds me. So let's just be cautious. If you're very bullish, oh, this candle is turning red. You see, it's turning red. That's not good at all. That's not good. So yes, bullish territory right now, you know, all the way down, guys, to 10.7, 10.5 range. It is by the dip, Oh, tech skill in the house. So guys, let me know what you think now. What you think about this dump? Are we gonna be able to find support? You know, just about 10.5, or you know, we're just gonna keep dumping all the way down to 96? Because if you guys remember, we also got a gap at 96. All right, so you just have to remember that, right? So one thing I just wanted to focus on also at the same time, right? For BTC on the macro scale, we still like you know, we're still forming a WXY correction on the macro scale. All right, so the WXY correction we talked about previously still in play. Okay, and I said it, as long as we don't break 14K, right, we can basically break 10K and pump all the way up to 12K and still drop all the way down. Okay, and still drop all the way down. I know it is not easy to basically digest it, right? And I believe like a BTC gonna be dropping from this range all the way down to even like 5K, right? But guys, you just you just have to remember one thing. You just have to remember one thing, okay? One thing. When we pump from 3100 all the way up to 14K, no one believed, right, we're gonna be dropping back down to 3K level. No one believed it. Okay, no one believed it. Okay, so and that was like last August. Okay, August 2019, right? That's when I said BTC gonna drop all the way down to 55 to 42 range. Okay, so this range right there, after we got rejected at 13K, I was like, if we break 8.8, that's it, we're gonna move down. And you can go back and watch all my videos, like from like a, you know, August and onward, right? I was very bearish. Okay, very bearish. So all along the way, even after we got this 40% pump, most of you guys remember, right, was laughing at me saying, oh man, we going to the moon. And every single analyst was, you know, was basically predicting like a 300K BTC. And I was like, guys, it is just another X. Okay, what is the X? Okay, what is the X, right? So let's say you got a an impulse move to the upside, right? And basically price corrects, right, down in a three-way move, right? We call it what? A W. Okay, so most of the time also, okay, you're gonna expect like a price to keeps going up, right, to 16K, 14K, but sometimes we don't break the previous high right there. We just pull back up somewhere around like 0.786 to 0.618, depending on volatility and volume, right? So we call it what? An X. Okay, we pull back up in an X, you know, type of a pattern, right? Not X type of pattern, but you know what I mean, like you know, because X is not breaking the you know, the previous high. It is a failure, right? So after that, we're expecting another move to the downside, right? This move we're expecting to the downside, I like to take a look at it in a one-to-one extension of the first, you know, three-way move. We look at, you know, we said, you know, we're going to be dropping down in a one-to-one extension, and we're going to call it what? We're going to call it a Y. This Y correction sometimes can be also very impulse. It can be a three-way move, but very corrective, okay, sometimes, right? But it all depends. If you're basically familiar with the chart, you can basically try to spot it, right? So that's what we said regarding BTC. We said clearly, right? Clearly, okay, BTC was in a WXY correction, right? So we got a three-way move down. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, we call it what? A W. And then we got another 1, 2, 3. We called it an X, right? And we said we're gonna need to spot our Y correction right here, right? So we said let's just take one-to-one extension of our W, and then we're gonna spot it. It is going to be exactly at 72 to 74 range. That's how we spotted 72 to 74, right? Range right there. Okay, after we spotted 72 to 74, BTC just gave us another, you know, impulse move to the upside, and we said, okay, it's nothing, it's just another X, because we're not breaking the previous X. So it is just another X, and we're gonna expect another Y correction down. Okay, and basically that's how we also spotted like this range. Okay, so even though I was expecting BTC to drop down to 55 the first time, it did not. Okay, we got support at 64. It pumped back up to 10K, but 10K is just giving you, if you understand like a structure, W, X, Y, X, Z correction is just a continuation pattern. What I mean a continuation pattern, just because you got a W, okay, X and Y, you got W, X, right, and Y correction, this entire structure is also itself a W because it is just a three-way move. Okay, you got an internal WXY correction, 1, 2, 3, you called it a W, and then you got another 3, you called it X, and then you got this move down. Okay, you call it a Y, right? But you can see this entire WXY correction itself also is another W, right? It is also another W. You call it W, X, and Y correction. So we got this Y correction to the downside, 55 to 42, but this is pushing to the upside. We said, okay, we can still be in another macro correction. Okay, you guys are gonna be like, oh, we're gonna get another WXY correction, right? So but this one going to be a W, X, Y, another X and Z, because we're still not breaking 14K. I mean this range of 14K, right? We just broke this lower X, but we're not breaking 14K, so we call it a macro X, and we're going to be looking for this Z to the downside, right? So it is kind of complex, but it is very easy to master if you just play a WXY correction over and over again, and you know, try to apply it in your chart. You're going to understand you know, how to basically master it, right? But if you just do like ABC correction, you can also do ABC correction, but it might be very complicated because most people are not going to get it, right? So let's just keep that in mind. So we're still in a macro WXY correction, and I'm still expecting a further move down. But this move, guys, it's not going to be easy, right? I don't think it is going to be you know, a big capitulation like this. Okay, it could be very slow. You know, it could be very, very slow. So let's just see, okay, if the bull is going to be able to break, you know, 14K, right? 14K is very, very important. It's going to mess up the entire structure, but you know, we will see. Okay, we will see if the bull is going to be strong enough to break 14K, right? As of, you know, at the moment they're still looking good, even though like we breaking you know, we try to break below 11.3, 11.4. They still looking okay. Okay, they still looking okay. So do not basically be too bearish. We just need to be you know, to be very cautious and try to anticipate a very strong rejection on a weekly basis in order to be like extremely bearish. Yo, T Dog, what's up, man? Is that a Thomas? T Dog? Thomas Dog? T Dog. I mean, if I had to like pick one alt right now, guys, if you're in our public Telegram group, we talk about it. If like I had to basically buy one alt, it is going to be Loom, guys. Loom BTC. Just like I talk about AGI BTC, you know, I've been talking about AGI BTC, Loom BTC for the longest right now, right? But if you're patient enough, right, you know, and you've been buying like below 200, 150, it dropped like all the way down to 154, which was like crazy, because that was like, you know, exact number I was looking for actually, right? 154 to 140, and it dropped all the way down to 154. But even if you bought it like at 200, because you know, I was like, okay, let me FOMO and buy it at 180 and up, right? 180 to 200, 220. It is a good buy, right? Because upside target was like, is like, you know, 400, 600. We already, you know, pump all the way up to like a 400. So, and we're looking for 600 over the next few days, few weeks, right? So AGI is still looking very, very good. Okay, so let's just take a look at AGI before I go back to BTC, because we could be dumping we got a bearish setup on the lower degree. So you take a look at AGI, right? So we've been talking about AGI over the last few days. As you can see, you know, clean. Okay, in our premium, we've been talking about it by AGI right there. Okay, it said it, you know, on the 3-day chart. As soon as we basically pump above the you know, 3-day 21 EMA, we said buy it. Okay, so actually I was waiting for like 154 to 140, and I was like, okay, since like we're above the 3-day 21 EMA, we're good enough. Okay, let's just buy it right here and just wait. But the move was very slow, right? You know, it was kind of slow and basically been moving with the market, and we got rejected, you know, the first time at, you know, at the 100 EMA on the 3-day chart, right? Dropped down, and I was like, guys, buy the dip, man. So July 26, 27 is very, very important. Okay, just like mid-May, very important, and also like you know, mid-February. Okay, very important. So AGI basically hit target on the dot right there. We're looking for the next move up to like a 600. Okay, it could get there very soon, right? could get there very, very soon. So I'm not saying to go buy it if you did not buy it, like, you know, to below 200, right? 180, 200, 220, up to 250. I mean, it's kind of risky to buy it right now, because, you know, right now it's take profits range and looking for the next move, right? So now let's take a look at Loom. So if I had to buy one coin, guys, one coin, it's not going to be BTC. So you take a look at Loom, right? Okay, same exact structure, okay, right there. Okay, main lows was 136, right? And we just retested like 150, 175 range, and now we're moving above the 3-day 21 EMA once again, looking very, very healthy. Okay, we might get rejected right there at, you know, 320, 350 range. Okay, if we pump to that level, it all depends on market volatility, right? It could be very, very strong rejection also down to basically 180 again, but you just have to basically suck it up, right? Just like, you know, what we said about ADX, when ADX dropped very hard, right? We said we're gonna suck it up, because ADX, we, you know, I said it multiple times, entry 1220, but it dipped all the way down to like, I think 800, something like that, right? But I sucked it up and I was like, man, I'm just gonna hold it, right? Because that was the plan, right? Because we're probably gonna get rejected right there again, right around 300, 320. We need to break it. As soon as we break it, we're gonna be flying. Okay, we're gonna be flying. Okay, we're gonna be going to the moon. Okay, going to the moon. So you're gonna be I mean, Memphis, you're already a bear. You in Sun Crypto Premium, right? So you're already a bear. What's up? Okay. I just suck it up, man. T-Dog, you be panicking like and selling, you know, when they drop. Don't, you know, sometimes you just have to suck it up, man. Just don't worry. If they drop, you just wait, because if you understand like the alt pattern, I said it, I said it in my premium also, like back in January, all right? And I was like, you know, we got an alt season right now. It's gonna be over, and we're gonna get another alt season like June, July, right? And we're gonna get another alt season somewhere around like September, October. So most of these alt you're holding, right, they might not pump until basically September, October, right? Some of them you're gonna buy them like in June. They're not gonna pump, because you're gonna expect them to be part of the June pump, right? They're not gonna pump, right? For instance, AGI, we picked it like June, right? We picked it, first week of June, right? But it did not pump till like August, right? So Loom, we picking it right now. It might not pump like in August, but it might pump in September or October. But it's worth it. You know, you're doubling your money or tripling your money in 2 to 3 months, right? You know, so that's not bad at all, right? That's not bad at all. So you just have to be very, very, very patient, right? In order to be to avoid the panics, right? I give you guys many alt, right? And they're all pumping, okay? All of them, okay? All of them. So oh, she's okay. T-Dog, stop it, man. Don't be like Iceman. So now let's go back to BTC, because 15 minutes we might be very, very oversold, right? So yeah, my voice is pretty tired. Let's see. So as you can see, that's what I was looking for BTC right there. So I just short right there, 11,750 all the way down to all the way up to like 950, and drop down to like 10,750 to 10,900, right? So we basically dropping. So we'll be looking for a long in this range. Okay, we'll be looking for a long in this range. So we talked about all of this good stuff like 2 weeks ago, guys. 2 weeks ago. So now let's take a look at lower degree. So lower degree, if you guys remember, our run up from 3100 to 1400, we basically been doing something very incredible. Okay, divergence on 45 minutes, right? It is a, you know, a long opportunity. Okay, so this area is not a good range to be selling right now. Even if you're extremely bearish, your sell volume is increasing, but your sell volume cannot exponentially increase forever, right? So it has to decrease. Okay, so it means selling gonna have to decrease and buying gonna have to increase at some point. So I would expect some sort of divergence in here, right? Which could basically mean we could be dropping lower, and our side MACD going to be giving you, you know, some sort of a bullish pattern, right? So bears, be cautious. Bulls most likely going to be buying the dips, and they're gonna be you know, they're gonna be reversing the price very soon. All right, very soon. Oh, Iceman in the house. Oh, Iceman, I didn't know you were in the house. Okay. so let's take a look at basically 15 minutes, right? So 15 minutes, we got a, you know, small bullish divergence right there, right? It's not a big one. Okay, it's just something to scalp about, right? So you got, but I wouldn't basically be looking for a reversal based on a 15 minutes chart, right? You know my take on the 15 minutes chart. You know, first time you get, you know, just short on the 21 EMA, right there. You shorted enough, you got 3%, and next level to be shorting at, it is going to be on your 100 EMA, right? If you're just scalping. All right, so you want to wait till we basically retest like a 15 minutes 100 EMA, which could be, you know, somewhere around like 11.6, depending on, you know, how fast price going to be going up, right? So if price going to be moving slow, your 100 EMA going to be dropping fast, right? So somewhere around here, right? So but if price just jump to the upside right now, you're going to be looking for a short right there. Okay, we're going to be looking for a short right there. Drop baby, drop baby. Daddy wants more BTC at a good price. So it is looking good for the bears right now. It is looking very juicy guys, very juicy. Very juicy. Yeah, 6 hour MACD, we talked about it last time, guys, like double crossover. So double crossover, we could not even make another crossover right there. We got 1, 2, another 1, 3. This one just completely failed. Okay, so it is very you know, very doomy in this range. So bulls, you know, basically gonna need to basically show us a you know, a reversal pattern and try to give us a good pattern. But as of now, just have to wait. They're actually buying the dip right now. We're basically reversing, right? So basically reversing. I don't know anything about LED lead. Yeah, bulls still looking good, guys. They're still looking good. They're still looking good. Yeah, that's a 21-day chart. Nothing bearish about it as of, you know, as of now. You know, nothing bearish about it. So we just have to close it red. That is going to be extremely great. All right, within the next because this candle opened like on the 29th, so it's going to close roughly around like you know, the 18th, right? So we got another week to close this candle. So let's see. Okay, I love this bearish engulfing like a 21-day chart. As you can see, I'm waiting for one. Okay, I don't have one yet. Okay, I got one right there and I called it. We're gonna be capitulating, right? And we got one right there back in 14K. You know, we did drop all the way down. We got one at, you know, 10.5. We did drop all the way down. So we're gonna need another one right there. Okay, so even like if we close a, you know, because this candle we can still close it at 12K within the, like on the 18th of August, right? We can close at 12K, right? But you know, right around like the 20th, something like that, we can open this, the next candle, very engulfingly, and drop it all the way down to like a 10.5. That's also possible. Okay, but that's a higher time frame, right? So that's why I'm saying let's just be cautious, because the lower degree I'm expecting a reversal. Okay, so let's say we reverse all the way up within the next few days, right? Within the next let's say 7 days, right? We pump all the way up, you know, to 12K, right? Let's say 11.9 to 12K, and then close the candle, right? Because it is going to affect our 21-day chart, right? Because this candle going to be closing at 12. You see what I'm saying? So if we open the next candle, the lower degree could still be bearish, right? And we're going to be dropping over the next 3 weeks after that, right? And it is going to affect what? Our three weeks chart, right? Because it could be engulfing. You see what I'm saying? So we just have to be very, very cautious, because this could affect like how we're gonna basically take a look at the market in just about like next month, right? September, because we could be very, very bearish. I'm expecting a very strong sell-off in September, right? So let's just be cautious in this range. Okay, it could be very tricky, very, very tricky. Saying, is that any yeah. T-Dog, one chain in our premium we picked it like since like 1987, right? Not 1987 year, but like the price when it was like below, basically below 2000. So it is still looking good. Okay, it just need to break 3,500 and it could be going to the moon, right? Let's take a look at one really quick. So one chain is one of my June pick, but it is kind of slow. But you know, it's nothing you can say. If you picked it at under 2,000, you're still in profit, even though like it is moving very slow. You're still like in profits, right? It is a long-term hold. We just need to break 3,500 and we could be going much faster, right? So as I was trying to show you, like one is looking very good actually, right? Why it is looking very good? That's what I was just saying in my premium group, and I was saying like once you get rejected at your at the 100 EMA, right? You're gonna get rejected very hard, just like AGI, very hard, right? This reversal, that's what you want to buy, just like Blue Zell, right? Also, right, I'm gonna show you Blue Zell, BLZ, right? So Blue Zell was right there. We got rejected right there, dropped massively, okay, from like almost 500 all the way down to like 270, okay, almost like 40% drop, and after that it is all bullish, okay, all bullish, hitting all target. Okay, next one is like 1600, okay, most likely gonna hit it, right? So but the most important one was like 830, which is like June prices, and I said this type of stuff like back in June, all right, back in June. So if we go back to one chain, if you go back to 1, it is the same thing. Okay, one change, same thing, rejection, drop, buy the dip. Okay, buy the dip, and that's our last chance basically to buy one chance, 3,000 probably, right? It could be our last chance, right? If it is going to be part of the June, July, August out season, right? But it could be, as soon as we break basically 3150, close above it on the 3-day chart within the next 2 days, it is going to be CR. It's going to be CR. No, I did not say I'm going to be selling everything, but I'm saying like I'm expecting a big sell-off in September. Expecting a big sell-off, right? And I said it last year also. Okay, back in like July, August, I was like September gonna be dooming, right? So, and that's what happened exactly. September we started dropping, okay, from 10.9, right? After September 1st, like to September 8th last year, we pumped all the way up, okay, to 10.9. After that we started dropping, right, all the way down to like 72, something like that, and did never break basically 10.5 after that, right? So oh, Wonder Boy, I gave you 3 alt, I don't remember, right? But which alt, which alt I gave you, but I know I gave you A and B. I think Komodo, okay, Komodo is still looking very good, but it is moving slow versus BTC. It is at the rock bottom. So if you're still holding Komodo, right, KMD, BTC, I think it's like 6,600, right? I think it's 600. Okay, yeah, 6,000. Okay, 6,000. So Komodo is at 6,000. I was expecting this move. Like, I did not send it to the group because I gave them like so many targets, so I did not want to confuse them. But Komodo is like, looking very, very good, man. Like, you take a look at it, it hit like May lows, so it might not be breaking out anytime soon, but it is like good level to be buying it. Like, if you want to look out, if you want to be basically be profitable over the next few months, it is like a very, very, very good buy. Like, strong, not just strong, but strong buy. So at the very bottom, guys. So, but people are going to be buying it once we break like 9,000, 10, actually, 9,000, 10,000, right? But 6,000, you can get anything better than 6,000, guys, right? You just need to break 9,000, right? And we're going to be good. Bitcoin 20K dream gonna be coming to an end. Gold XRP Steve just wrote that, right? So Bitcoin is too expensive. I mean, if you're new to crypto, it might be expensive, but if you've been in crypto long enough, I don't think it is expensive, right? I think like if you're basically looking for like a 5 to 10 years horizon, Bitcoin is very cheap, very, very cheap, guys. So that's why I only trade BTC alt. I don't trade alt BTC. I don't trade alt USD, because you want to accumulate BTC, right? So XLM is looking great. I don't know what you guys waiting for XLM at 900, 800 sats. So, but if it is soon gonna be breaking above like a 1,500 to a almost 2,000 sats. So for the XLM hodlers, right? Okay, another coin also, I forgot to mention, is like QLC, right? Looks very, very juicy, guys. Like, I don't know, okay, but everything is looking right for it. I don't know what can go wrong about it, but this sucker is just ready to blast off, right? So I said it like last Saturday also. Somebody asked about it randomly. I already got the setup, right? But it is just ready to moon, man. It is ready to moon. Okay, unless like something crazy happen, right? It can drop back down to like maybe 180, right? Just like AGI and Loom and Blue Z and all of them, right? But it already did that. That's why I'm saying like it could just be this one gonna be looking good for the rest of the month. It's gonna be looking very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, guys. So if you're holding it, it is a good hold, right? If you've been buying it, like when I said it like back in June, I'll give you guys a you know, alt review, June 11th, right? This one was a buy. Okay, it was a buy, right? Was a buy right there above the you know, above the 3-day 21 EMA. So, and if you bought it since, like, if you've been holding it since June, you're already up like 150%, right? So let's take a look at XLM. I'm going to take a look at Ether also, you know, XRP and all that good stuff. So XLM, as you can see, broke out. We still got a higher prices to anticipate. Support is at 700 if you know, something crazy happens, and you know, we're getting a capitulation on BTC. 700 support, gotta buy the dip, right? But it is a good hold, coming back down to a retest the support area right there, previous resistance. Looks very, very, very juicy, man. Looks very juicy. So that was a note I left right there. So we basically did something very strange. It's not that strange. It is just like it took forever to get rejected. Most of the time, like coins get rejected on the first 3-day candle above this range, they get rejected. But XLM managed to stay above it like for almost like 10 days. Okay, making you know, high highs right there. So it is pretty normal, like in terms of like a dropping back down, but you know, it wasn't normal to stay above it this long. So let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum looking still strong. So Ethereum is very strong, guys. That's why I'm saying we just have to be very cautious with BTC, especially on Ethereum weekly. It's not that bad, okay? I'm pretty sure you guys know that's a 2 is a top, right? So if we close just like that, let's say we close the weekly candle just like at, you know, just about like 370, it is going to be a 2 is a top, okay? But most of the time these 2 is a, they can give you another 2 is, okay? What I mean by that, it can, like when we close the weekly candle at 370, price can go back up to like a 390, up to 390, up to 400, and then basically give us another 2 is, okay? Basically closing above let's say at above you know, 390 range, okay? Just to give us a similar candle just like this red one. All right, so we just have to be cautious with Ethereum. Since like we closed above like a you know, 313, I was like, okay, you know, we're just gonna long Ethereum up to 375, right? So that's what we did right there, okay? Because Ethereum basically you know, hit my stop loss at, you know, just about like right there 313 now, and I was like, okay, let's just flip it, okay? So we can still get this and push back up, okay? XRP already moon, man. We long XRP from 20 cents all the way up to 30 cents. That's a 50% move, right? So, and XRP, I said it, you know, back in May, June, and I was like, I'm not gonna touch XRP until we close above the weekly 21 EMA. That was easy. That was easy, guys. That was easy. So, so XRP hour. This is my personal note. Don't forget about that, right? So XRP. That was like back in April, May, right? I was like, I'm not gonna touch XRP, right? As long as we're trading below it, I'm not gonna look for a long position from XRP, right? So, but as soon as we close right there, guys, I was like, let's take this entry from, you know, 20 to 21 cents, and we're gonna take it all the way up to 29 to 31. Guess what? We pump all the way up to our target, right? And now, what I'm looking for XRP, I'm not interested again in XRP at all, right? I just want to see XRP close above 28 cents, you know, by end of the month. That's all I want to see. Okay, if we can get that, I'm gonna be bullish again on XRP, and we can look for like a 45 to 50 cents, right? That's what I was trying to hide from you guys, right? That's what I was trying to hide from you. So if like we can get a close above 28 cents before end, you know, at the end of the month, right, we can pump to 45, right? So, but it's not guaranteed, right? We're gonna do it. That's why I just want to be cautious within the next few days, and just let XRP do the work. So I don't even want to look at it right now. Like, I look at the price, but I'm not gonna be you know, checking it every day, right? Unless you den XRP, right? You can I'm gonna check it for den XRP though, but I'm not gonna be like trading it hard. Aeon, I got a position on Aeon too, right? But Aeon, you know, I made a mistake, right? I don't think it was a mistake. It's just yeah, I could call it a mistake. I got in at 13 because Aeon, I got some crazy targets on Aeon also, like 4,000, 5,000, or even like up to 6,000 area. So what I did was, like, I got in at 13. I was expecting a breakout, right? So I got in at 13. Okay, I got in at 1300, but it did dip down, so all I did is just buy back. Okay, buy the dip. It can dip lower, like, because Aeon got a nice crazy rally up to you know, from like 600 all the way up to like 2000. It was like almost you know, a nice you know, 3.5 to 4x. So it could take a very long time to get another big move. It could be like January, February, right? Like, before we get this move. So it's not a big bag. It's not even like 10% of my, you know, entire you know, alt holding. So I'm okay to hold it for the, you know, for the next few weeks, few months, right? So, and you can trade it back and forth as long as you're basically not losing your Aeon, right? You know, I'm looking for another pump to 1250 range, right? So we got this move right there, right? I did not send this one to my premium. I just, you know, I had the setup, but I did not send it because I already had, like, you know, almost like 5 setups, and they're all green, so I did not need to send this one. But right there, okay, and look for this you know, 1250 range, okay, for possible rejection, right? And we're gonna take a look at it again. So this move is very bullish, so it is a it could give us a very strong move to the upside like this, right? Volume is low, so let's just see if like you know, bull's gonna be showing up on the 6 hour, you know, 21 EMA right there. Okay, I'm expecting bulls to show up somewhere around here. Man, come on, XRP army again in the in the house. Okay, Verge, I'm bullish on Verge. Like I send a signal to my premium for Verge, like I think 56, 57. Just looking for a 20% move from Verge, right? XVG. So let's see. So Verge right there. So entry 57, looking for this 76 to 80. Man, I shouldn't even be showing you guys these targets, but you know, I just want to show you, like, you know, I'm very comfortable with alt, right? BC is dumping right now, but we took, you know, alt entry like before BC dumps, right? So you see, like, if you bought Verge before the pump, you're already up like almost just about 15% versus BTC, and BC is not dumping 15%, right? BC is just down like 6-7%, right? Something like that, right? So that's why I was rushing to buy alt, you know, on the double bottom, right? So before the BC dump, because most people think like when BC dump, right, alt are gonna dump, right? So, but not all the time, right? Not all the time. But this one I basically spotted it very early. All the alt basically were giving us same setup, right? So I was like, let's just take it, because we started with IOTX. Okay, IOTX, right? It is looking very good, like very crazily good, right? So IOTX, we took the entry right there, right? 59, and I was like 70 to 73. We're just gonna look for 25 to 30%, right? Right there, 73, right? Right, we're just gonna look for this you know, 20 to 25% move, but it was looking very strong. So I was like, we can get a nice extended C wave, right? So that's why I was looking for the second move. I was looking for 80 to 82, and I was like, guys, we can just take profit and let the rest run. So we basically got the entire move, right, from 59 to 82. You can see like a nice 35% move in like less than 3 days. Okay, so we spotted it. So that's how I spotted Verge also, and I was like, Verge and IOTX, they got the same structure, just like Komodo, Walton, and ICX got the same structure. So, you know, I was like, let's just jump in on Verge, right? And we're gonna look for you know, same range. Okay, same range. Price is the same, right? So you look for same range, right? So, but alt, they're looking very good. Link is going to $100, man. So second time in the house for the third time. Let's see. Link ERD. ERD is just going up, man. I really don't have any target for ERD. It just doesn't have any resistance to pay attention to. It is just like you just have to hold it and suck it up. That's it. Because I was like, it was very cheap at 53, right? So it's 190. It looks good right there, right? On 6 hour, beautiful support, right? You could easily expect this move, right? But resistance is going to be like 250, right? 250 resistance, right? So But we talked about early on right there, like at 53. That's when we said if we break 53, it's going to be it could be very crazy, right? So but right now it is so overextended, I wouldn't be jumping in, right? But who knows, it can go keep going high, right? It can keep going higher and higher and higher. But as of now, me personally, I wouldn't be jumping in. But if you believe in the project, you know, you just hold it, right? So Sweet Canary, Enigma in the house, Mr. Okay, looking bullish. Gold XRP, Steve says it is looking bullish. Yep, XLM. You're trying to pump XLM, man. We pumped XLM like when it was 600, man. That's when we said buy XLM, you know, 600, 700. So not right now, right? I mean, it is good buy, but not try to pump in right now, right? Enigma got a broke out today like 10%, right? I think something like that, right? Should be above 3,000 right now. ENG. Yeah, it's above 3,000 right now, so not looking bad though. It got a breakout pattern, so it is still a hold. So as you can see, this yellow line, it is still a hold, right? So it is still a hold. Okay, we can easily retest this February rejection, which is like 5,000 area, so which is another roughly 40 to 50% move, right? So it looks good. Okay, kind of like let's see, the pound, right? Pound give us, remember guys, when I gave you the pound setup and I was like pound is gonna push to the upside, right? Pound was giving us this move and I was like, look for this move, and you go take a look at the pound. It is giving the same exact structure. So Enigma, it is a good hold. Okay, it could be very slow. You got the structure, right? It can still do this again, okay, before doing this, right? So that's the thing. Okay, it could move very slow. That's also a possibility. Oh, you're talking about okay, looking good. All right, I got you, man. I got you, Sweet Canary. I mean, XDZ looking very bullish. Okay, so in our group we long it from like, I wanted to long it from 2.8, but I wasn't comfortable. Okay, I was like, okay, this sucker is very, very bullish, but I just gotta take it easy, right? Because sometimes taking a long position without a confirmation can be very hurtful, right? So I was like, let's just wait at 3.2, right? So 3.2, we you know, took a long all the way up to $4. Okay, target range was like 377 to 41, right? So take a look at XDZ. Okay, it dipped down, it's okay, right? On hit BTC, you can see it right there. Okay, entry was 3.2. So we said, you see like the structure I just showed you on Enigma, that's the structure I'm trying to show you right here again. Okay, we got us an internal one right there, so we spotted it and I was like, as soon as we close above 3.2, we're gonna take it. I saw it like at 2.8, but I wasn't comfortable. I was like, I have to suck it up this time. I'm gonna wait. Okay, I'm not gonna basically buy it right now at 2.8 and it drops all the way down to like a 2.2, something like that. You're gonna be suffering, right? So but if you long it from like a 3.2 all the way up to even like $4, right? That's like 20, almost 30%, right? And it pumped all the way up to 4.4. That's 44%, right? So is it a good hold? Yes, it is a good hold, but I wouldn't leverage it right now. If you just like holding it, you know, it is okay, right? It is still a good hold. Even if like we drop down, guys, it is going to be a good buy, okay? Because you're gonna get a bigger bigger structure, right, on the macro wise, right, macro, macro scale, right, and you're gonna get this big move afterward. So it is still, it is a long-term hold, okay, unless you're leveraging it, right, you worry too much and stuff like that, right. I think like this is too deep. Let's just do this, right, because we got our basically 3-day 100 EMA just about like 220. We can break it, but if we get any sort of a sell-off, it is by the dip, right, but I'm not sure if it will, right, but all I'm saying is a long-term hold, right. If you just gotta pray it dropped, this sucker gonna drop down to like $1 or something, right, because after that it could be just goodbye, right, going to the moon. But right now it is at all-time high, right, broke it. All you can expect is like sideways correction right here. You can expect this move, and if the bulls are strong enough, they can give you this, right. But let's say BC decides to capitulate, right, and XTZ doesn't have enough time to basically break out. It just has to follow BTC. That's it. That's all I'm trying to tell you, right. Yeah, I mean, you don't leverage if you don't know how to leverage. Don't leverage. Just play the alt BTC. Is if you're playing like with, let's say, I'm not giving you any financial advice or anything, but if you're playing with at least one BTC, stuff like that, right? So trading alt is even better than leveraging, okay? Trading alt is even better than leveraging, okay? So because alt can give you easy 25-30% move. We've been getting like over the last 3 to 5 days, right, on IOTX. We're getting one, we're expecting one from nulls, we're expecting one from a Verge, we're expecting one from metal, right, MTL, right, we're expecting one from let's see, OST. I did not send it to the group, but OST was also looking very, very good, okay. So expecting one from SC, right, see a coin, QKC, right, all of them, they're going to be breaking out very soon, right. So you just have to basically wait and be patient, right. I mean, it's gonna come. The big dump is gonna come. It might be like next year or something, right? So I'm not trying to give you any time frame. It could be this year also, right? But it is gonna come, right? But if you just like trade BTC USD, you're gonna worry. But if you just trade BTC alt, you're not gonna worry. All you do is just buy alt at the bottom again, right? And sit tight. Yes, you want to keep some cash, right? So you can buy more BTC. But what I'm saying is, alt BTC pairing, you're not gonna worry too much because you're already increasing your BTC as BTC is very high. So let's say you double your BTC amount. If BTC drop 50%, your dollar value is still it is still going to be the same, right? So if you 3x your BTC while alt are pumping, if BTC drop even like 60%, your dollar value going to be the same, right? It's not going to change much. So that's why that's why I like to trade alt BTC, right? So if you, let's say you got 30% move from IOTX, you're not going to worry too much if BTC drop 30% because you already increased your BTC 30%, right? In like less than no second, right? Less than no time, basically. Yeah, yes, alt can dump, but what I'm saying is you're buying based on a good strategy, right? Right. You're buying based on a good strategy. Yes, alt can dump. Alt gonna dump like 20 to 30% on a daily basis, right? They do that all the time. But if you like, if I like to panic, right, when alt dump like 25%, you panic and you sell, and 2 days later they pump 25, 30% or 50%, right? And you're gonna be like, man, I should have just waited. Because I think that most people are very, paranoid because of the 2018 crash, right? 2018 crash. Because most people have been huddling, and all these suckers drop 90%. So if BTC drop 10%, you're gonna be like, oh man, we're going back up to 2018 prices, all of that good stuff, right? It used to happen to me too, right? When BTC dropped 5%, I'm like, man, I'm gonna be dumping, man. But after, I realized, it is just a cycle. If you're expecting a 50% pump, 100% pump, you gotta be able to digest like, 15, 20, 30% drop. It's gonna come every 4 to 5 weeks. Alt gonna drop 25 to 30%, every 4 to 5 weeks. You go back and check it, like check any alt chart, right? Every 4 to 5 weeks, they get a big dump. They get a big dump, all of them. Second time tonight, third time. Oh, hey, can you do a link, please? Oh, link all the way up to $1,000, man. So I don't think I'm gonna get my $1 link. Let's see. But guys, link is at $12 right now. So link chart, guys, doesn't have any. This boy is just. I mean, I don't know what to call it or anymore. I don't know what to call it. It's so bullish, man. It is very bullish, man. I don't see any sign of reversal. Yes, you could call for a divergence, right, on MACD, not MACD but RSI. But MACD is looking good, right? Looking very, very good. RSI, even RSI is, it is still making higher highs, right? It is still making higher high on the RSI, right? So if you don't want to cheat, but that's that's double tapping up, right? So you got this move. You could argue, you're gonna expect like some sort of reversal on a 3-day basis, but it is still bullish because you can still make this move again, right? And price gonna do this and make another one and go up, right? And keep repeating the cycle, just like the bull market from $200 all the way up to 20K for BTC on the macro scale, right? The chart was just doing this, okay, right? You keep getting these divergences, right? And it's gonna keep pumping. So I don't know, okay? I really, what I was expecting is like we're gonna get rejected, right? Right around like $5 range, right? And we're gonna drop all the way back down to like $1.50. But this sucker is just saying no, I'm just gonna pump. Okay, I'm just gonna pump. So I think best thing to do for link is just hold tight until you see like a bearish setup, right? If you believe in a project for the next 3 to 5 years, and you believe in a $1,000 link, right? You just hold it, leave it in a ledger, don't touch it, right? That's the best thing I can tell you, right? So, but my $1 link, I don't know if I'm gonna get it, guys. So let's see, okay? But if BC going to dump like to 3K, we got a very good chance to buy link at, let's say 0.618 pull back to a 0.786, right? So which is like still $4 to like a 2.7, right? Assuming like a almost $15 is the top. Yeah, link is chain link. You must be new in crypto, man. You don't know link is chain link? That's the best crypto, better than XRP, I think, right? No, I'm just joking. XRP people are gonna kill you if you say that. But XRP gotta be careful because Link can easily be like a 10 billion, 13 billion market cap, right? So they just have to be very careful. Crypto auction LUAI. So engine still struggling below 2000. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's still struggling below 2000. I'm expecting this move from engine all the way up to 0.786, but let's see. We got a big resistance at 2400, right? So but it is very corrective. So what I was saying about engine was we need to break 2400. If not, right, you see this blue line I drew right here, right? It is like to say this 100 EMA on the 3-day chart. If we drop down, right, we're gonna find a support at it, right? So I was like, either it could be moving slow and find a support right there. Imagine this line is red. So what I was speculating about is right, because we got a support from the 100 EMA right now, as you can see right there. So it looks good. It looks very, very good to me. Big correction, right? Just like this. You got the pump, you got the correction, you got the pump, you got the correction, and you're looking for another pump, you get the correction. So that's what I would be anticipating. Okay, but if we get a different type of breakout, we're just gonna analyze it again, right? Let's say we got a bearish setup, but we don't see it, right? We break this range and then we keep dropping to a downside, we're gonna analyze another possibility, right? But as of now, that's what I see. We could be pumping back up to like 3,000 or so. What's up, Andrew? Oh, seller CELR looks very, very good. I think. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at CELR. It looks very good. I think around like 80, right? Around 80, 90. I'm tired of talking about algo. I told you guys buy algo at 2500 long time ago. So I'm not gonna go back and talk about algo because algo is about to just go crazy, man. So algo, I only got one target for algo. It's not 80,000, it's 8,000. Okay, I only got one target for algo. Everything looks good. Broke above the 100 EMA, got rejected as normal, right? So it is just gonna pull a AGI type of a run up. That's it. That's the only thing I can expect, right? Volume is looking good. Bulls could try to take their time also, right? And basically delay the process. That's also possible. So be ready for that scenario. Let's say we drop down to like 1800. You gotta be able to suck it up. That's it. I said it about AGI, right? I was like, AGI was a very aggressive trade because we can drop down to like 100, 120, stuff like that, right? However, if if like we're gonna pump, you're gonna be left behind, right? So same thing with algo. Either you suck it up right now, hold it, and expect a possible drop. Could be 50% drop, right? And you be like, okay, I'm gonna suck it up, I'm gonna buy right there, and I'm gonna be very profitable on the next alt run. That's it. That's the only choice you got. Those are the only two choices for algo, right? Either suck it up right now, hold it up to 8K, or When they dump it, you buy the dip. That's it. Okay, great Wayne. I mean, profits are profits. Okay, you got many coins right now at the bottom. Link gonna pull back. It's not gonna go up forever. It's gonna drop 30, 40, 50%, right? So it is just a matter of time, right? So if you take profits, you know, you got Algo looking very good. Loom is one of my top pick, right? If I had to buy one alt right now, and you know, Satoshi say, you know, don't buy BTC right now, just buy one alt, but don't buy BTC, I'm gonna buy Loom. That's it. Loom. That's it. So so let's go back to the TA. Let me take a look at a seller. CELRBTC. Right, it seems like it just restarted. You know, I basically had to restart my computer. That's why I basically was stuck in. So so let me know if the sound is good, so we can basically continue. I think we're about to talk about, you know, CELR. So let me know if the sound is good. Okay, sound is great. Okay, great. Let's take a look at CELR. So yeah, like I got some crazy target for CELR too, right? So key resistance to break is 61. I said it, and I was like, if it breaks 61, right, is you know, it's gone. It is. I mean, it is so bullish. I'm scared to say like what type of number we could expect, right? But not try to pump it or anything. But I was saying it when it was like 53, right? And I was like, we just need to break 61, right? If you guys been following long enough, you know, seller was a good buy back in June, right? So go back and watch my June BTC, not BTC, but altcoin analysis, right? When I was like, you know, when I basically review all the alt on Binance, right, versus a BTC pairing, right? So it looked great, man. It is looking great. It looked great, and it is looking good right now, right? Very good, right? Very good. Yeah, it is a good hold, man. All the way up to 150. And take a look at it, 60 up to 150, guys. That's, you know, that's some crazy gain. 150, 150% gain, right? If you've been following. So CND is also another coin. This one I'm not even hiding it, right? I think I already talked about it, but just have to go back to it. It is pretty much similar to Seller, right? CELR, right? So it's in our premium group also, so you know, but let's see. I'm going to be updating it on a daily basis. So just because you got the target doesn't mean, you know, you're going to get daily update. But you know, if you in our premium, you get the daily update about, you know, when we entered and all of that good stuff, right? So but was a very good buy, and it is still a good buy. Gizmo 99 in the house. STX USD. STX USD. block stock. Man, I don't like USD charts, man. I don't like USD charts. Alt BTC look way better than let's take a look at it on KuCoin. Yeah. Okay. No, not you. The stock STX BTC. Yeah, if you take a look at it on okay, am I looking at the same thing? STX BTC. No, this one doesn't have the same unit. On hit BTC, it says stocks. It has the same symbol, right? But it's not just the same thing on hit BTC, so it might be something different on hit BTC. Got it, Binance, KuCoin, hit BTC. Let's do. No, that's not the same thing. It doesn't have enough history, man. But you know, yeah, it does have some since like November. I just don't like the the USD chart, you know. But it looks good, you know. It broke resistance, right? So it is still a hold, right? So even if it like you know, the bears step in, drop the price down, it might be just by the dip type of a structure for another push to the upside. As of now, it looks good above the 3-day 21 EMA. Nothing to say, you know, nothing bearish about it as of now, right? Maybe have to wait for the next few weeks, over the next few weeks, and we can take a look at it again. But right now it is just, you know, at the moment it's just a hold, right? Parole d'or, la voix d'or. Let's take a look at ICX for la voix d'or. ICX is just about like 3,700, so it is it looks good. Like, I got a short-term target for ICX. Let's see, I'm not sure if you looking for a short-term target, but short-term target for ICX, I'm looking for this range of you know, 4,400, right? We look good above the 6-hour 100 EMA. So what I'm looking for next, if the bulls are, you know, strong enough, we can basically pump to a 4,400 range, right? So yeah, we got a nice channel from ICX right there. Came back and retested, you know. Even macro wise, ICX looks very, very good. Like, it's just like, you know, if we fail to break out, we're just gonna have to retest like 1,600. That's the thing, right? But macro wise, right, it looks good. Okay, we just need to break this 4,400 range and gonna be very confident we could be pushing higher, right? But lower degree, it is showing like we can push back up to 44. So let's try to break 44 and get a breakout. Otherwise, you know, you know, because main thing for alt is like to retest you know, June prices, right? May, June prices. ICX already done it, right? So however, you know, we can still get this move. Right? All right, Guado. That was your ICX. Labuado. Got ICX. Let's go back to BTC, guys. Oh man, come on now. Silver is dumping and gold. That's not good at all. So silver, you know, we got a good support right there. Just about like $20 range, right? So most people are going to be FOMOing if we drop anywhere around like $20. But let's take a look at the macro scale and see why we dropped, right? So from swing high, right, $50 down to $11, we almost at 50% pullback. So it is pretty normal, right, to see some sort of rejection at $30, right? So bears just front run it. This move to $30 just to get, you know, the price drop, right? So we could be expecting some sort of you know, bull flag in this area, because we still got 0.618 at $34, right? So let's just keep that in mind. So yeah. Yeah, not looking good, man. Gold dropped below 2,000. BTC dropping below 11.5. Things could be looking very, very choppy in September, man. So, you know, AMD dipped today. So it seemed like this. Everything dipped today. Yep, solo is down, Neo is down. So everything is down today, so you know. Yeah, everything is down. So guys, what I'm expecting on the lower degree for BTC, just like what we talked about regarding the dollar, right? You gotta remember back in, like, not back in, but couple weeks ago, when the dollar was basically dropping, we said we're gonna be expecting a push to the upside, another drop, another push. That's what the dollar is doing exactly, right? If you basically go check let's check the dollar, the US, the DXY. So it is going to be very boring now from this, you know, it could be very boring, okay? Higher prices, lower volume, that's not bullish, okay? So this move, if like we retest anywhere around like the 21 EMA on the hourly, it is most likely going to get rejected for a short-term trade, right? So if you're looking for a short-term trade, pay attention to your 21 EMA on the hourly, right? Which is currently at 11,555, right? 11,555, but it is going to be dropping lower. That's why I'm saying just pay attention to it, because it's, you know, it could be flat at some point, right? So, but let's take a look at the DXY. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, right? Because all of this stuff we talk about it live, not like, you know, not like, remember the dollar, what we said, right? Remember what we said. So that was Saturday night, right? We said dollar was dropping, dollar was basically pushing back up right there, right? And we said we're gonna get this move, and then we're gonna get this move. So, but now what are we expecting? We got this move. We said a flat correction is a continuation pattern. However, okay, what I mean by a flat correction is a continuation pattern, it means the dollar could keep, you know, could keep dropping, right? However, sometimes you're gonna get these flat correction, right? But price only gonna dip down to like 0.786 to 0.618 and continue to and push to the upside, right? Continue the you know, the bullish momentum, okay, by reversing, right? So just like what we're seeing on alt, right? Most alt I just picked like over the last 5 days, they're giving me the same pattern. That's why, you know, when I saw the DXY basically pushing to the upside like this, I was like, okay, it is just giving us an it is just giving us the same move I've been expecting from alt right now. So we can just make a bull flag right there and push to the upside, right? That's a possible setup, okay? Or we can just dip lower down to 0.618 before reversing, right? But we just don't want to break like 92. Okay, we just don't want to break 92. And we talk about this all of this stuff like you know, all this stuff like back in February. I mean, not February, but Saturday. So I'm gonna show you let's see, I'm gonna show you, let's see, let me show you not CND, OST. Let's just pick OST because we haven't talked about OST, right? I think I got a setup for OST, looking very good. Because we talk about OST, OMG on Saturday night, right? So so OST, that's what I'm looking for actually, right? Beautiful setup, push to the upside, drop, push to the upside. It can basically make a flag right there before pumping down, pumping up to you know, up to like 120 range. Okay, looks very, very good. Okay, so OST pretty much similar to Metal, right? MTL we enter exactly at where 2900, right? Metal, right? Metal BTC. So you take a look at Metal, right? Right there. Okay, we enter 2900. We're still looking for up to 3500. So, you know, people are saying alt dumping, alt not dumping, alt pumping, right? So it is almost up 14%, right? Almost 14%. So if you've been just paying attention to BTC, you might not see all of these moves, right? So, but these are just like short-term trade for my premium, right? So, you know, 25% move, that's what I'm looking for, right? Right there. That's all I'm looking for, nothing else. I mean, I don't, STX doesn't have enough history for me to give a long-term, you know. Hey guys, let me know if the music is too loud, okay? What's up, Verse 36 in the house? Verse saying no bull running till 2022. Nah, you're a doom boy, man. You're doom boy just like me, right? No bull run. We'll see. I mean, I think we're gonna retest, guys. You know, 3K, 4K area, 2K. You know, I don't know, but you know, 3 to 4K is definitely like, you know, I would say 70% confident. We up to 75% confident we're gonna retest it, right? Kadena and Daya. Kadena, Daya, whatever. They must be new, man. I don't know. Let's see. Kadena, does they have a chart at all? I think it's KDN, right? KDA. Oh, I think Bittrex has it. Yeah, Bittrex. KDA. This boy is just pumping. Don't stop. Yeah, I don't know. Just gotta give it some time, man, to adjust. But as of now, I can't do any TA on it. It is just a vertical line, right? Kind of like when BC first came out, right? At a penny, right? It just pumped. So give it some time. I mean, man, DeFi is nothing but ICO 2.0. So you gotta understand that. I mean, I'm not falling for that great project and all of that good stuff, right? So just buy it, make some money, and basically do something with it. That's the reality, man. Anything else is just speculation, okay? You cannot say something is great based on speculation, right? Yes, I can say something is great based on the chart, right? So that's what I do. But you know, if you've been around like during the ICO season, man, you're not gonna be like, you know, you're not gonna get too excited about DeFi, right? You know, you're not gonna get too excited. It is just another bubble, okay? Just ride it, and they're all gonna drop afterward 99%. That's the reality, right? So if you don't you know, pay attention to that, you know, you might be, you know, when the market picked, right, you might be still waiting for another 10x. You see what I'm saying? Kind of like people, including myself, right? Back in 2018 January, I was like, man, I'm still gonna 10x my portfolio by May, right? So, but after, you know, by May, I opened up my eyes and I was like, hold on one second. we've been dropping for the last 6 months, right? Almost, right? Since like BC been dropping like since, you know, December 2017. I was like, man, hold on one second. This sucker can drop all the way down to 3K, you know? So, and that's when I basically realized, like, you know, things gonna drop 90% from the May prices, right? May 2018. So XOR Ether. Why versus Ether? I can't find it, man. XOR ROX. I mean, I'm not saying not to hold any coins, but what I'm saying is, just be, you know, I'm tired of saying be cautious, right? I'm tired of saying it, but it was very how hard it is. Okay, very cautious in this market. So it's too much pump and dump, right? Green, Wimble, Wumble, whatever, right? Nobody's talk about it. I talked about it the other day, right? You know, remember Neo? Nobody talks about Neo right now. And Neo used to be $1,000 coin. You remember Lisk? Nobody talks about Lisk. Nobody talks about Wave. Nobody talks about Stratus. They come and go, right? They come and go. So they jump in and jump out. Then that's it. That's one of the reasons why I trade like Alt BTC, because you know. So we still try to hug the 21 EMA on a daily basis, right? Right there. Still looking for below it, right? Looking for like somewhere around here on the 6-hour basis, like to be exact. Pay attention to your 6-hour 100 EMA. Alright, so if you're bullish, you got a chance to get this move, right? Nothing is saying like we're gonna reverse on the 6-hour basis, right? So you're gonna have to wait like maybe 18 hours, right? Which is like 6 more candles to get a possible reversal pattern, right? At least another, you know, 6 candles, right? I mean 3 candles. 18 hours, right? Oh, don't worry, man. It's gonna come back down. It's gonna come back down. I'll come back down. So we just have to basically look for this range, because on the 6-hour time frame, you're gonna have to wait for a MACD reversal sign if you want a stronger move, like you know, like you know, 600, 700 points, even like 2,000 points. You're gonna have to wait for a possible MACD crossover, and it could last forever because the MACD could basically cross negative right there and give us a bullish divergence, right, on the 6-hour before we even like pump to the upside. But a bullish divergence on 6 hours, sometimes you don't get it, you just pump, right? So you might expect it like on the hourly basis, right? So on the hourly basis, you would expect like MACD to keep going up, right? Like this, you're gonna get the crossover, and price could be still dropping, okay? Because remember, MACD is very, very slow compared to RSI, right? So price gonna do something like this, pump right there, and do this, okay? So that's what I'm saying. We can still get this divergence, right? Get this divergence on the hourly basis. So look for this divergence, right? Plus a MACD crossing up, okay? MACD is not gonna basically double cross the hourly is not gonna give you time for all of that, right? So that's why most people are going to be expecting this move double bottom. It's not going to do it, okay? It's all is, you know, all I can expect is like a sort of like a move like this, okay? That's the only thing I can expect right there. That's it. But I don't expect like a you know, round top, because this move could be very, very aggressive, right? Could be very aggressive. So now, I don't know what you mean, new age. I don't know what you mean. Yeah. So, yeah, volume is low once again. Price is increasing. That's not good. That's short-term bearish for the, you know, for the bear. They're gonna do this. So that's a great scalp technique to try to master. You know, if you're looking for like 1.5 to 2% drop, that's it. These are the, you know, perfect trade to look for. All right, guys, I'm very tired today, man. I'm just gonna keep it short, and I might be going live later on, depending on how volatile market going to be. All right. So make sure to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. You know, and you know, I mean, it's never a bad idea to take profits, right? Take profits when you can. I'm not telling you to sell or buy or do anything, but all I'm saying is it's never a bad idea to all right, Iceman. I'm pretty tired today, man. My voice is not. It's very tired today, man. Very tired. See you.